Respond to my question. According to the geometry, you learned in mathematics, na? What are the different coordinate systems?
Cartesian coordinates, polar coordinates.
Then some more are there. Absolute coordinate system,
Natural coordinate system.
relative coordinate system. These are all different coordinate system, but according to suppose you want to draw a CAD model or any 2D diagram in AutoCAD. In first year engineering drawing with AutoCAD, you learn this. What are those? Absolute coordinate system, relative coordinate system, and polar coordinate. Did you learn that or not?
Yes, sir.
What is there is a each and every coordinate system has a definite method to disclose. I mean, how to represent in command bar, and automatically you will get the output in the screen. So, but these coordinate systems are not used now. We want to draw something. When we need not to draw, we need not to use these coordinate systems. Directly, we can draw a line by just clicking it. I already told you the advancement of the software came. Then we need not to be go with the older version. But we should know what are those coordinate systems. I will give you a brief. Absolute coordinate system means every time you need to mention the dimension of the line and the dimension of the line specifically with that particular dimension only. That means you have a on your screen, AutoCAD screen, you have a XY origin point is there, no? So from that point, at each point, suppose you want to draw a rectangle of size 100 by 50. Okay. So from origin point or the XY coordinate system, so how much, what is the point, first point length? So what is the first point is, suppose if you take origin point is 0, comma 0 for the rectangle as well, then it will start drawing from that point only. Okay, if you consider that this point, this junction point. Okay, this junction point is your origin. Wherever my two my finger and the hand join, no, this is the origin point XY. This side, my right hand side, horizontal axis is nothing but the X, vertical will be the Y axis. If you consider this is the origin point and your rectangle will be start from here only, that is 100 by 50. If or else if you take some reference point, that reference point may be 100 comma 100 assume. So it may reaches to it may start the rectangle by changing the location from one point to other point. This is nothing but the transformation. We are changing the origin point to some other point 100 comma 100. Now it will give you a rectangle at this place. So already we taken the 100x 100y direction for origin point. Then absolute coordinate system always refers to the actually if you consider with the xy coordinate system, then the end point of the rectangle is 200 comma 100. Am I right? 200 comma 100 horizontal end point of end of the rectangle is 200 comma 100. If you consider the top portion of the top right corner of the rectangle, then that will be 200 comma 200. Okay, but absolute coordinate system will always refers to how much length of the line we are going to draw. So that means in the first case it will be 100, second case it will be 50. Okay, similarly relative. Relative means we are going to relate by relating to some other. So by referring to some particular dimension. Suppose when two vehicles are uh, moving on road, if one vehicle is passing through or overtake the other vehicle means, so if you consider the relative, if you consider the other vehicle motion, then if you compare with that vehicle, we are referring to the we are telling that the other vehicle is overtaken. So that means that we are always in dimensions also. For every dimension, we will take one reference. Either it may be baseline or it may be x-axis or y-axis. Okay? That is your wish. Okay. Suppose if you calculate the CG and moment of inertia values for a L section or I section and T section, so what is the reference axis? Suppose T section is there. A T section is a symmetrical section or an unsymmetrical section?
Symmetric about y-axis.
Symmetric about the y-axis and unsymmetric about the x-axis. So we can call it as a unsymmetrical section, right? So in that case, if you refer with the dimensions, then what is the axis you prefer to find the y1 and y2 values? To find the y1 and y2 values, which axis you prefer?
X-axis.
X-axis. So if you consider the x-axis, or if you consider the y-axis, then all the values will be same because it is symmetric with the y-axis. Suppose if you take a unsymmetrical section, completely unsymmetrical section, can you give any example for unsymmetrical section? Unsymmetrical.
Which do not have eccentricity.
Eccentricity. No. Give any example. We did many problems in this.
I section differed at top and bottom.
Yes. L section. You can take the example of L section or Z section. L, Z. These are unsymmetrical, not symmetric with x-axis and y-axis both. Okay. If you consider these L and Z sections, then if you want to identify the x1, x2, x3 values, then you refer the axis of y, and if you want to go with the y1, y2, y3, then you refer with the x-axis. So that means that then for every value we are referring to one particular axis. This is nothing but the relate. So we are relating to one particular axis. Okay. So that is nothing but relative coordinate and systems, and the other one is a polar. Whenever you are going to measure any angular dimensions, then you go with the polar coordinate system. Okay, these are the things. But according to the CAD thing, there is a separate coordinate systems are available. One is model coordinate system, and next one is working coordinate system, and the third one is a discrete coordinate system. Or these three looks like same, but there is some difference. I'll tell you what is that. First one is world coordinate system. The unique reference coordinate system is used to describe what the world of interest looks like. So any common thing is there. So if you want to use only one coordinate system, which is precisely used in the by the society, then that is said to be world coordinate system. Next, model coordinate system. Generally, if you draw a model, that model has, if you observe the CATIA, the coordinate system will be at the center. Am I right? If you model, hello, respond to me.
Sir.
If you observe the CATIA and CREO, the coordinate system will be in the middle. So that means that coordinate system we are calling it as a model coordinate system. Okay, we are not referring to some other axis, just the center of the whatever the object center is there. So we create the object. Suppose you want to draw a rectangle, that rectangle will be the rectangle center will be the nothing but the coordinate system of the particular model. So how to identify the coordinates? How to identify the center of the rectangle by means of geometry? This is a simple question. How to identify the center or centroid of the rectangular section?
Diagonals.
Diagonal. Where diagonals met or where two midpoints are met. So that is nothing but the centroid. So that particular point we will create the coordinate system. That coordinate system we are calling it as a model coordinate system. 99% of CAD packages uses this model coordinate system. Other than 2D modeling. 2D modeling we will be dealing with the always UCS user coordinate system or sometimes world coordinate system. Each point in the model coordinate system, each object in the world has its own reference coordinate system. That is its model coordinate system. Two model coordinate systems can be different. Suppose if you draw two different models on the same screen, then the model coordinate system will be different from one another. Viewing coordinates. First of all, viewing coordinate system. Before learning this viewing coordinate system, we are going to learn what is the view. Anybody? What is the meaning of view?
Image.
No, not image. View.
The orientation in which we
Yes,
view the.
yeah. Orientation of the observer. How it is looks for the observer is nothing but the view. Okay. So if the observer see in front of the object, then it will be called as a front view. If the observer sees the top side of the portion, then it will top view. And if it's the left side and right side, then it will be left side view and right side view. Okay. So viewing is different, orientation is different. Orientation is means how it will be looks like. So sometimes we can call it as a view and orientation both will be same, but technically both are different. A reference coordinate system that can used for projecting all the points in a three-dimensional objects onto computer monitor. That means 2D to be seen by human eyes. By convention, in viewing coordinate system, the z-axis is viewing direction, and it is perpendicular to the monitor of the screen. Okay, if you observe whatever the screen you are using now, either mobile or laptop, the horizontal portion we are calling it as X, vertical portion we are calling it as Y, and whatever the viewing direction by your naked eyes to your screen, that is nothing but the Z direction. Okay, when you rotate the screen, then only rotate the screen means on AutoCAD screen, then only you will visible the Z direction. Okay. So whenever, what are the different ways to draw the side views? Top views you can directly project it from the front view. Okay, front view and top view, whatever the required thing is, you can do it. But how to draw the left side view and right side view? There are two techniques in conventional drawing. What are the two techniques?
Could you repeat the question?
To draw, for example, if you take a rectangular box or something like this, anything, yes, you draw the front view and top view. There is no problem in it. How it will be look like in the front view? You will draw the front view above XY, and below XY directly you draw the projection by taking the projections from front view. You will draw the top view. But how to draw the side views, left side view and right side view? What are the methods?
Isomorphic.
And orthographic projections.
Orthographic projections only. There is a method, no, how to draw. There is a technique. We will follow some procedure. Okay, I'll tell you. So there are two procedures. First one is you whatever the horizontal plane. This above portion we are calling it as a vertical plane, and below portion we are calling it as a horizontal plane. Will you agree?
Yes, sir.
This is the axis XY reference line I am taking now. Okay, I am directly telling the projections view, and above portion we are calling it as a vertical plane. Below this XY reference line, calling it as a horizontal plane. Okay. Now, if you draw a vertical line to this perpendicular, this XY reference line, a vertical line like this, then this junction point is there. No, are you getting the imagination?
Yes, sir. Meeting point.
Yeah, this meeting point. From this meeting point, draw 145 degrees line. Draw 145 degrees line. Okay, towards the in the region of below XY. Then that 45 degrees line is the reference line for drawing the side view. Now, whatever the image you got it here, just you project all the points to this 45 degrees line, and correspondingly project it to the top. That means adjacent to the front side. Then we will get the side view. Am I right? This is a one way. Is it clear to all of you? Tell me, Vishwanath, Manivandan.
Sir,
Ah. Then what is the other way is normally this is your horizontal plane, and above is the what is vertical plane, below is the horizontal plane. Then instead of a 45 degrees line, then you directly take one perpendicular line. Okay, whatever the perpendicular line you take, you are taking some at some distance. Then you project all the corners, all the points. How many required points are there? Those points can be projected to this, and from this point, then you draw the 45 degrees lines. Then you draw the 45 degrees line. Then automatically you will get the projections of that particular line. In these two techniques, second technique is it takes a lot of time. First technique is very easy, and everybody follow that kind of technique to draw the left side view and right side view. Okay. I already told you. I mean, the TSCAM I told you, in the engineering drawing with AutoCAD I also told you. Whenever you draw something, some projections, you use any one technique, either first angle projection or third angle projection. Okay, which projection system is I mean easy for you? Hello, first angle projection or third angle projection?
first angle.
First angle projection, because all Asian countries will use this only. Okay.
The Western countries use third angle projection.
Yeah, third angle projection. In first angle projection, above XY is the front view, below XY is the top view, and right side, I mean front view, right side you will get the left side view, front view, left side will be right side view. Okay, so these are the things. So then why? Sorry, next we will go with the third angle. Third angle means below XY is the front view, above XY is the top view, and adjacent to the right side of the front view is right side view only. Adjacent to the front view is left hand side to the front view will draw the left side view only. Okay, here there will not be left side view is not drawn on right side, not like that. So only the right side view will be on right side, left side view will be on left side. But my question is, why second and fourth angle projections are not used?
Because overlapping
Yes,
occurs.
very good. Right. The overlapping occurs. Due to the overlapping, they might have projection will be there. But problem is, if two things are projected on a same screen, then what will get? Suppose in a theater or normal projector, if you take anywhere in your classroom also, to bring two projectors, you project on the same screen with the two projectors. What you will get? You will not get anything. You will get the image, but there is no communication between the whatever the image and to the user. So that's why second and fourth angle projections are not used. Okay, but you might have doubt there, sir. We did in points. Points will definitely will have a solutions in the second angle and fourth angle. Second angle means always all the two projections all will be there. That will be above XY only. And fourth angle projection, all the projections of those points will be on below XY. That's it. Okay, these are the things. Okay, and one more thing is, whenever you draw something, you want to draw the orthographic projections and all, you have to remember a certain terminology. Okay, might have learned while teaching the projection of points. So generally, first coordinate or first angle, 1, 2, 3, 4 coordinate systems will be there. No, so first coordinate system means 0 to 90 degrees is the region according to trigonometry, but we are calling that portion as, according to engineering drawing, first quadrant. How to call this? If this is the first quadrant, no. See my hands. Am I right? This is the first quadrant.
Yes, sir.
Tell me, or this region, what you can call this region? I am showing with my hand. According to engineering drawing. What is this plane? This plane. I'm showing now. What is this plane? I'm moving
Extra
the
plane.
not extra plane. No? What is this plane? What is this plane? This one.
Vertical.
Vertical plane. What is this one?
Horizontal.
Horizontal plane. This is nothing but VP. This is nothing but HP.
HP. Yes, sir.
Okay. While you rotating the screen, what you will do? First of all, you have to turn the screen, turn this quadrant 2 towards you. Then horizontal plane will be rotated about 45 degrees angle. Then 90 degrees angle. Then this is your XY reference plane. Above XY is vertical plane. Below XY is horizontal. Just now I told you
HP will be
now.
there. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So that is the thing. So if you consider this is the first quadrant, then this area, whatever this area is called as a above HP and in front of VP. This terminology you should never forget. Tell me now. Above
HP.
and in front of VP.
VP.
Okay. Now, what is this one? Which quadrant? This is which quadrant?
First, sir.
This is first, na? I'll show you. Just a minute. Book. Now you tell me. This is your first quadrant, na? Are you getting? Anyone? Then? Anyone? Then? Yes, you see here. This is your first quadrant. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Now I'm turning like this. Then this will be. Respond. This will be what?
Second quadrant.
Second quadrant. And this will be third quadrant. And this will be fourth quadrant. Okay. So in the first quadrant, we're calling this particular area is called as above HP and in front of VP. Am I right? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Then you tell me what about second quadrant?
Above HP, behind VP.
Behind VP. Very good. Then third.
Below HP, in front. Below HP, in front of VP.
In front, not in front. Just think once again. Below HP is okay. Below HP,
Behind VP.
Behind VP.
Behind VP. Yes. Now,
Below HP in front of VP, sir.
below HP in front of VP. Yeah. These are the terminology you should never forget wherever you are. Okay. If you know this, then only you can able to draw the proper orthographic projections by using the isometric projections, and similarly vice versa. By using proper reading of orthographic projections only, then you can able to draw the isometric projections. Okay, we'll get some this kind of problems in laboratory. We'll see those. Okay, is it clear to all of you? What is the viewing coordinate system? I mean, in here actually it got that 3D and 2D coordinates, so that's why I'm recalling the things. Clear now? Clear now?
Yes, sir.
Yes. X-axis and y-axis is nothing but the x-axis is nothing but the horizontal plane, y-axis is nothing but the vertical plane. Whatever the viewing direction I am seeing the screen now, this direction were nothing but the depth of z axis. See, coordinate system conversion. Generally, we can convert this kind of. Normally, we will not do this types of conversion, but according to theoretical knowledge, you should learn all those things. Model to world coordinate system. Different parts of their own MCS assembled together with a single WCS. Okay, what is the purpose of this conversion of coordinate system is, suppose you are assembly, you are doing an assembly. Okay, so might have come across with say Creo and SolidWorks also. Some people, Creo everyone did in assembly. So while doing assembly, what you do, what is the example we have taken for the assembly of assembly in Creo is knuckle joint. First we will place with the fork end. Fork end will be kept like this. Fork end will be kept like this. Then eye end will be joined like this, and then pin will be comes like this. Then collar will come here, and the tapper pin will be come here. Okay, this is the assembly. But I already told you every model has its own model coordinate systems. Generally, assembly is done by means of certain mating system. So that means that a plane to plane mate or surface to surface mate, axis to axis alignment. So these are the different mate conditions we will follow while doing the assembly. Sometimes those are not sufficient. Whenever you are doing assembly, partially constrained, some caption will come on the bottom side. So that means that you should constrain more. That means we have to give another constraint. So whenever it is fully constrained, then only your assembly is finished. So such kind of situation, if any complex parts we are doing many more than 1,500 or something, that many parts we are assembling, then it is very difficult for us to identify the things. So that's why this model coordinate system want to change to one place to other place, then automatically you can align the. Actually, assembly screen is also having three coordinates: assembly front, assembly top, and assembly side. Okay, so these having the one model coordinate system at the center, so we can join with the we can align to the this coordinate system to that. Then by moving the required model. Okay, so this is the nothing but model to world coordinate system. Then world to viewing coordinate system. Convert the WCS to VCS is the project the object onto the computer screen, parallel and perspective projection. We are not talking about the perspective now. Only we are talking about the parallel because we already come across with parallel projection only. Perspective is not there in the syllabus, even though in the first year also. But perspective is according to mechanical point of view, it is not used only. It can be used for only civil and architectural drawing. Perspective view will be or perspective projection will be useful. Okay, so by converting WCS to VCS and VCS to virtual device coordinate system, and this is also basically not in use. We don't use only these two only will use. Forget about the other one. Coming to transformation. Okay, there are already I told you there are different transformation of geometry. First one is the translation. Second one is the scaling. Third one is the reflection or mirror. Fourth one is the rotation. Whenever you do pan in your drawing, it may be AutoCAD, CATIA, Creo, SolidWorks, whatever it is. Translation means which function in the CAD model or CAD software. Translation relates to which function?
Move, sir.
Not move. Move, move. Okay, but the translation, which there is a function. Move is a command. There are for every software there are the three basic functions will be there for a required model. When you want to move the object from one place to other place, which function you will use? Anyone? I want to move object from one place to other place, not by means of move command. Just I want to move from this place to other place on the screen. Pan. Hello, Manivanan.
So the hand symbol you're saying.
Yeah, whenever you click on
Okay, sir. Pan.
middle button,
Yes.
then you will get a hand symbol.
Yes,
Then
sir. Yes, sir.
you
Yes,
can move. So
yes
this
sir.
is a
Pan.
normal. You can move anywhere, whichever you
Sir,
want.
it is to move either object or the screen
Screen
to.
only. That is screen.
Sir, that is what I am getting doubt whether to say pan or not.
No. That is also one of the translation functions. But generally, if anything is, you want to zoom in, zoom out, what is that? Is there any changing in the diagram? No, only our viewing direction only. Similarly, pan also. Okay, you want to enter all the diagrams what you've drawn in the single screen, you can visualize. Then you can zoom in, zoom out. Translation and pan also, it will be in the same, but screen will be moved. Okay, the object will be in the same place. But whenever you are doing original translation from one place to other place, then we can call it as a move. Okay, what is the difference between move and copy?
It completely moves in copy. Where one copy, two it will be the original one will be original.
Original will be original, and our required component will be moved from one place to other place. Okay, and what is the benefit of is a copy benefited or move benefited? Which one is better?
Mostly
Dependent on
copy.
requirement, sir. If you want a multiple entities, copy is better. If you want to entirely move the entity, move option is used.
Okay, but preferably copy is
Copy is
much better than
preferable.
the move, because if any mistake done in the move command, then automatically copy command. So then your original will be like that only. If you made a mistake in a move command, then automatically again you have to go for the original. You have to draw one more time and you have to perform the operation. Okay. So copy generally copy and move. This is also one of the interview question. Uh, what we'll do in transferring the mobile? Sorry, if you change the mobile, so from one mobile to another mobile, you want to copy all the phone numbers and all. What do you do? So nowadays all are linked to mail, but olden days we'll copy through SIM only. First you copy, original will be like that only, then copy into this one, and then again you have to paste, insert the SIM into another mobile, then you have to store it in the device. So similarly, why we use the copy in that cases, if any problem occurs in the transferring the files one place to other place, if any problem occurs, then your original will be like that. So that's why copy is better than the move. Now, we'll discuss deeply to going into the topic. Then, going next one is scaling. Scaling means, already I told you in the last class. Yes, please. Scaling. Vishwanath, Manivandan, Rahul.
Sir,
No, tell me.
scaling is usually whether to minimize or maximize based on our requirement
Yeah.
and
Okay.
according to the
Right.
size of the.
Okay. Right. Okay. Generally, whenever a big components are there, suppose if you observe that a big machinery, if you consider a boiler is in thermal power plant, which is about 10 to 12 floors. That means each floor we can consider as a 15 feet. Then 10 into 15 means 150 feet. Okay, that much big boiler can be drawn on a single piece of paper. So then what is the scaling we are doing? What is the scale we are doing? What is the scale we are doing?
1:1, sir.
Not 1:1. That much big paper, how it will be? 10 floors paper can't do it, no? Then what do you do?
Yes, sir.
Do the reduction of the drawing. That means what is the symbol for it? If you want to do the reduction drawing means 1:2. If you do 1:2, it will be 50% of the your original dimension. Suppose you want to reduce 1:20, 20 times lesser than the your original one, like that. Suppose your entire boiler is about 10 meters. Assume if I give you 1:50, then it will be whatever the 10 meters is there, the 10 meters divided by 50. Okay, so 10 meters means how much? One meter is equal to 100 centimeters. So that means 1000 centimeters by 50. So how much is the value? 20 centimeters. That 20 centimeters is possible on paper. Am I right, Manohar?
Yes, sir.
That is the scaling. This is nothing but whenever you want to do the scaling, this is the way. And increasing scale is nothing but miniature kind of thing.
Half, like
Yeah, this will be double, not half.
double. Okay, sir.
So
Double.
that means any miniature kind of things, either your PCB designs or chip designing and everything, or your memory card is very small. Okay, that much small drawing, if you make it on piece of paper, is the machine shop people or those who are in the production place, they can't able to read the drawing dimensions and all. Am I right? So that's why we are to use that 2:1, 3:1, 4:1, like that. Okay, 2:1 means double, 3:1 means triple, 4:1 means 4 times, like that. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, this is nothing but the scale. Then coming to the reflection or mirror.
Drawing a reverse part of any drawing.
I'll give you clear description. Simply observe. Whenever you go in front of your mirror at your home, what you see? What you see? When you stand in front of the mirror, what you see?
Our own image.
Our own image. So our own image means ourself as an object. Mirror is the plane, and other side we are getting the image. Am I right? Then reflection or mirror definition is the object, the distance between the object to the plane. Plane means mirror. Object to the plane and plane to image will be same. Then only we can call it as a mirror. Clear now?
Yes, sir.
Just now in the starting of the session, I told you T section. Vishwanath, you said that T section is symmetric about the y-axis. So that means that whenever you observe the mirror means if you draw the half part of it and if you do the mirror, automatically other part is also developed. Am I right? Yes? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And coming to this mirror, last guest lecture class also taken on last Saturday, I think. So there we come across with a 16-year-old boy got an injury on his head on left side. So how they taken the image of that particular impression, how they taken? In olden times, what they do is they will take the impression paper on it or wax, and they will they will get the impression what is the groove and all. Then based on that they will cut it. That only sir told na. But reflection means if you take the exact axis which is passing through your nose, then whatever the portion is there, just superimpose on this. Just superimpose or mirror on it, then automatically whatever the portion is there, this will be created. Now remaining portion you remove, automatically this will remain. Is it clear now? I am telling you. Hello.
Yes, sir.
So that is nothing but the mirror. So if you know the if other than this technique, then you cannot develop a perfect portion, and then whatever the portion is there, and you can directly, once you 3D printed on it, then you can directly fix it onto the boy's head. So that is nothing but the method. And then coming to rotation. What is that? What is the meaning of rotation?
Rotating about particular axis or a certain angle, clockwise or anti-clockwise.
Clockwise or anti-clockwise or 360 degrees anyway. X 360 degrees are positive, X 360 degrees negative, Y 360 degrees positive and negative, Z 360 degrees positive and negative, whatever it is. Okay. It will rotate n number of directions. So this kind of rotation, generally, what is the purpose of rotation? We want to know the exact feature. Suppose I'm seeing you like this. Whenever I'm in front of the screen, suppose I want to see my left side, so I have to turn like this. So like this, we can rotate any model according to our convenience. According to our convenience. So this is nothing but the rotation. Graphically, these four things are represented like this. Just you see. Right? Will you accept all those things? Translation. Okay.
Yes, sir.
From this place to this place it moved actually, but originally what will happen? System will do first this, and then only it will go like this. Okay. Generally we will measure a graph paper. No, how you take? You want to take 10, 10 point. How you do? First horizontal direction or vertical direction you follow. Then automatically corresponding point which is matches to the 10th point. Then that point is nothing but the 10, 10. Similarly, translation. Scaling means, just remember, is the object sizes increase. What is the type of scaling used here? Increase the scale. Okay. I told you, I forgot to told you. Generally, scaling will be done on the CAD software by means of giving the scaling factor. By means of giving the scaling factor. So, can anybody tell me? I want to do the half of the original dimension. Then, what is the scaling factor I should give? What is the scaling factor I should give? Okay, first you will go with the increase the scale. Then you tell me, what if I want to do the double dimension, then what is the scaling factor I should give?
2:1.
Factor. Factor means what?
2.
Yes, double means factor. What is the dimension will be there? That means double means you have to give the factor 2. I want to do that 3 times. Then what is the scaling factor we should give?
3.
3. Similarly, reduction. I want to do the half. Then what is the scaling factor I should give?
0.5.
Very good. Very good. 1/2 point. Then if I want to go with the 25%, then
0.4.
0.25, not 0.4. 1/4 or 0.25.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So these are the scaling factors we should give. Suppose you want to give 0.1%, then it will be 1/10 of the original dimension. Okay. Just simply you mention that suppose you want to 10 times lesser than the original dimension. Just mention that 1 divided by 10. So 1 divided by 10 means what? 0.1. So just you mention the 0.1 in the scaling factor value. Once you select the scaling option in the CAD software, then it will ask you what is the scaling factor. Then if you do 0.1, then it will be 10 times lesser than the original one. If you do 10 value scaling factor, then the value will be 10 times greater than the original. Object will be 10 times greater than the original. Clear now? Yes? Please, yes, respond me.
Sir.
Then coming to reflection. Reflection, what is that definition I told you? the object, whatever the object is there, this is the image, this is the object, this is the image, the reflection, and whatever the distance between the, this is nothing but the plane or mirror. Okay, from this point to this point and this point to your reflection, the distance will be same. Not only this, I am telling you, the distance from this corner to, look at the screen now. This point to this point, suppose if you assume 30, and definitely this will be from this point to this point is also 30. Okay, if you take from this point to this point 40, from this point to this point 40 will be. So every point you can get it at equidistant. Then only you can call it as a reflection of light. Okay. Now coming to rotation. There are different types of rotations will be there. Not different types of rotation. Only clockwise rotation and anti-clockwise rotation. Generally, when you measure the angle, now you all of you observe the screen. I am doing rotation in what direction?
Anti-clockwise.
Anti-clockwise. Okay. Now, if I am doing in this direction, then what is this called?
Clockwise.
Clockwise. So, what is the rotation is showing in this particular PPT? What is it anti-clockwise or clockwise?
It is showing anti-clockwise.
Anti-clockwise. Okay. Remember, whenever you want to give the anti-clockwise rotations, you have to give the negative angles. Sorry, positive angles.
So clockwise it will be negative, no, sir?
Negative. If you want to do the clockwise rotation, then you have to give the negative angles. Okay. So these are the small things you should learn whenever you do practice. Okay. When generally we will do a rotation simply by means of taking the command, but when it is coming, you have to do some experimentation, trial and error. There will not be no harm to your computer, no harm to your knowledge and all. Just you do some experiments. So why you should give only positive values? Why not give negative values? You should think like that. Then automatically you can learn anything. Is it clear to all of you now? Okay. Right. Okay. Next, coming to this geometry and all. We'll see. What's the time now? Yeah, time now. Any doubts are there? Yes, you can pose. We'll close the session for today, and we'll meet you on Tuesday. Okay. You can ask any question. Shall I stop screen? Okay. Now tell me, what is any doubts?